Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Gran Turismo 7. So it appears a little glitch is going rather quite viral around Gran Turismo players lately, mainly going viral on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. There's some pretty wacky screenshots and video clips out there. So during a live stream, Japanese Gran Turismo player Arasu was noted to be doing something a little strange, basically putting the Honda RA272 in a ditch and launching it into oblivion, making the car hit the maximum speed value. So here's the clip itself by Arasu. As you can see, he takes the car to the ditch, it's mainly the Honda RA272 that's used for this, and basically sinks it into the floor, and the next thing you know, the car is completely launched into the air before getting reset. Now it can make for some really absolutely hilarious results. However, let me show you exactly how to achieve this and exactly where you need to go. So head into World Circuits, and then as soon as you've loaded that up, look for the Americas region. Click on that, and then you're looking for Willow Springs International Raceway. As you can see here, it's slap bang in the middle, and you're looking for a specific track layout. So head into time trial, it's basically going to spawn you where you need to be, and then go over to the streets of Willow Springs. This is the track layout that you're going to need. Doesn't matter about time of day, just go ahead and just start the time trial. So on the default layout, the time trial is going to start you exactly where you need to be. What you're looking for is on the left hand side, the big ditch that sort of runs across the border of the track boundaries itself. Now what you're actually looking for is this little dark patch here. I found that this is the best place for something like the Honda to be able to dig in its tires. Once you see the tires sink into the ground, you basically hold your position and it will launch the car upwards. Now it will be varying results. Sometimes you might only just kind of get rolled over, or it might not actually properly glitch, but a lot of the time it will just basically shoot you all the way into the sky, leading to some rather hilarious results. As mentioned, the results will vary depending on the cars. I've tried about 100 different cars to varying results and various different difficulties of actually getting it performed. Some cars will do it very quickly, the Honda definitely being the standout, because when you get it right you will absolutely know it for sure. As you can see here, this is an absolutely perfect example of when it all comes together in the most ridiculous way possible. Now I do fully recommend it if you manage to perform it. The actual in-game itself doesn't look quite as good. I do recommend getting the replay up and maybe saving it and looking at some of the ridiculous camera angles that you can pull off and some of the stupid things that just sort of happens as it's going on. It does seem that things such as, you know, in-air bugs is a thing, as well as you know, kind of getting the car to look like a bit of a rocket launching. You'll see tire bugs, suspension bugs. It's just absolutely ridiculous some of the things that can happen during this glitch. And again, depending on the car that you're pulling it off with will depend on some of the ridiculous things that actually go off during the glitch itself once you do manage to pull it off. Again, in terms of the actual ditch itself, it can vary depending on the car. Sometimes towards the rear of the ditch, where it sort of dips down originally, is a better spot for some cars than it will be, say, the Honda, which works perfectly at that exact point. So there is multiple places you can essentially get this to pull off, and again, it is very car dependent overall. So don't expect to be able to just walk in with any car and get this to pull off. Some cars do work, some cars don't. In terms of your best options, I recommend a car that is relatively small or probably open wheel again. A lot of the F1 cars and some of the super formulas don't pull it off too well, just due to the fact they're so low that they don't balance in the ditch quite correctly. But again, some of the ridiculous things that you can pull off is just honestly unbelievable. So I've tried to send everything into space, including the minivans, Group 3 cars, absolutely everything you could think of. And again, the Honda is definitely the best one of the bunch. There is no doubt in that. Its wheels glitch absolutely perfectly. But in terms of other vehicles you can get to pull it off, the classic Alpine is certainly one of the highlighted vehicles. Again, it glitches a little bit different, and sometimes it will go much higher, and sometimes it will probably just kind of flick you around a few times. But again, that is an absolutely perfect car for it. In terms of the positioning to get the glitch done, it is pretty much the same as where you do it with the Honda, so you don't really need to change too much in terms of your approach to flicking that car. But in terms of bigger vehicles, if you want those to work, you're probably better doing it at the rear end of the actual sort of ditch itself. As you can see, we did manage to get a pretty good replay with the Alpine going for one. In terms of some other vehicles as well, we have the likes of some of the other Hondas as well with the open wheels. So this is sort of the VGT, I believe it's like the 2 and 2 or something like that. We also have one of the classic Porsches. This one seemed to get absolutely flung sideways and just roll about 1,000 times. Again, unfortunately, the game does have a habit of resetting the car, so sometimes you might get the perfect launch and end up doing what we did here with the Honda Beat and just get reset. In terms of other vehicles, the Willys Jeep was a good one. Again, if you go for like the really thick rear tires, it's much more difficult to pull it off. And then some other cars like the Corvette, which I thought would work, just didn't. It sort of just rolled about and started flicking around. In terms of other things that can happen during this glitch, you'll have things like camera shake, you'll also have suspension glitches, you'll have a bunch of replay and photo mode glitches. Honestly, I guess possibilities are endless with this glitch. Again, I've tried around about 100 cars to varying results, so let me know some of your better results down in the comments. Anyway, enjoy this glitch. I just thought I'd explain how to get this done and some of the ridiculous things that I've tried recently. Have a great day, guys. Peace.